price of doing nothing is costing you $90,000. I was taken by a Shyster, and then I ended up in the industry myself.
Run your day with RUNDAY.AI.
Yeah, we're Green Home Systems. Started out as a home improvement company, been exclusively in solar for about 13 years now. I've been with the company the whole time. And at one point, when solar had a lot more incentives and tax benefits and everything on a nationwide basis, we had the largest footprint of any solar company out there. We were operated in 26 states. We had over 1,000 installers that were working for us underneath our umbrella. Solar market kind of tightened up a little bit. We've kind of restructured and downsized to where we are working primarily just in California now, because there's a lot of new financial programs, particularly with the loss of the tax credit, that there's some new financial arrangements you can get in California to where you can save even more money than you would back when you had the 30% tax credit. So that's kind of the main funding that we have for the projects that we're working out here. And if it's a matter of just educating homeowners on how much they can save immediately, as opposed to having to wait for a tax credit. But with the financing that we have, that's really what we're focusing on mostly right now, are those new financial packages. Basically, it's like a prepaid lease to where companies can still get the tax credit, but individual homeowners cannot. So there's companies out there that will basically carry the loan and then offer the cheaper rate instantly to the homeowner for their power. So it's something you can immediately save between 30 to 50% on their power bill every month. This other company owns your system. So it's just basically replacing with your energy you're creating on your home with a different energy resource. Instead of using the utility company, you're using this other company's solar equipment that they mount for free on your roof. Plus, you get a battery backup and everything. So it's a really good opportunity for people that may have missed out or thought they missed out on the big opportunity with the solar tax credit. So it's even what I've kind of labeled it as the big, beautiful, better deal. And it's kind of, because the big, beautiful bill is what killed the tax credit. So this is even better.
Yeah. So is that California specific, or is that?
Right now it is. Right now it's a company called HDM Financing who's offering that. There's other companies out there that we're probably going to be adding in April. That's basically does the same thing, but it's going to allow us to spread our footprint out a little bit further, because we were very, very active in both Texas and Pennsylvania for a while until the tax credit ended there. Because they also have their solar renewable energy credits there, where you get additional incentives for going solar as well. And so once we get those really, really attractive financing packages, we're probably going to add Pennsylvania back in for the first additional state that we're marketing and doing everything in.
Wow. So the origin story of your business, how'd you guys start out?
Well, like I said, we started back in the late 80s as a home remodeling company. And the two partners that own the company, they there was a lot. Solar was a really growing business, and it was a easy opportunity for people to replace their ever increasing utility bill with a low fixed solar payment. So it's like even if you break it even over time, because that's a low fixed payment that never increases, they're going to be saving usually an average over the 25-year life of their system. There could be $80,000-$90,000 they'll end up saving. If the current trends of electric companies increasing their rates, maintain, or I think with the average increase is between 4 to 6% per year, but that certainly escalates over 25, 30 years, is which most solar systems are guaranteed to last.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a big deal. It's just a matter of educating the homeowners on what they're missing out on. What we call the price of doing nothing is costing you $90,000.
Right. Yeah, I actually used to sell solar door to door, believe it or not.
Oh,
before,
okay.
Right at that was such a great experience, and I always said the same thing. It's if you know about it, it's kind of like a no-brainer kind of deal. Always, it's all about making sure the customer understands exactly where how they're going to save money.
Yeah, it's ironic that I ended up in the solar business, because I had a home in Seal Beach, California, to where a door-to-door salesman came by, and we were going to move forward with a solar project, and they took $1,000 discount, and I never heard from them again. Or $1,000 down payment, I never heard from them again. So wow. I was taken by a Shyster, and then I ended up in the industry myself.
Well, it might have been your foray, right? Like everything happens for a reason. Maybe that was.
I guess you kind of learn what not to do sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Have you guys had any trouble with the recent tariffs on China, getting materials for the solar panels? or is that not? Is that
No,
more of a?
Well, the thing is, a lot of those Chinese companies, even though they're Chinese owned, they're now assembled in the United States. There's many new manufacturing plants so they can dodge the tariffs. They are setting up shop here in the States, which is doing great for adding jobs and everything. But also, there's a lot of people there's a lot of programs out there that you only qualify for if you're using American-made products too. So it's been a real boom for the U.S. solar industry, and not because now they can not only you can say it assembled in the United States, at least maybe not 100% made in the USA, but they're enough so to where they can take advantage of the programs that they have for companies that are using U.S. based products. So
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and now the future AI.
Yeah.
Right. So what are you guys using AI for in your company?
We have a couple different programs and a couple different companies that we've worked with. We have currently are setting up a live transfer program to where it's going to be first going to our inside agents, but sometimes those calls either come in while they're on the phone because we have a huge outbound campaign going on too. So a lot of times, depending on how the lead flow is coming in, our agents are all busy on the outbound. So we have a AI agent that is kind of the last stop in the call monitoring and call capture. Call routing we have an AI that will qualify the incoming homeowner as well as set up an appointment for one of our, depending on how much information we can get from them. It'll be for an opener or a closer.
Gotcha. So you have the call routing, the qualification, and basically right up to, so you just focus on the closing is basically what you do.
For the most part, yeah. We also have a reactivation campaign going on right now. That is a SMS AI program that's reaching out to, because we have a couple of 100,000 prospects in our system that did not convert. We have a big, a lot of them are still just were pending and never ended up going solar. So we have a SMS program run through an AI that qualifies them and sets up an appointment as well. So we have the kind of the avatar that is the AI receptionist, and then we have the SMS program that is going out as a reactivation to existing leads in our system. And we're probably going to be running an AI sort of campaign that's going to be an outreach to other homeowner leads that we're getting through various other channels of people that have opted into, or either old leads from other lead gen partners that we have, or by a couple other means. We have a couple of databases that we are subscribed to that kind of will give us filtering to where these homes, we can tell by by Google Earth that they don't have solar yet, but they're optimally positioned to take advantage, particularly here in California, of saving a ton of money on it. And it's just a matter of introducing these very, very qualified homeowners to what they're missing out on, sort of thing.
That's smart too. That's probably like the only business you can find your customers just by looking at a map, right? Just be like, hey, you got a south facing roof. You can even just send someone to knock on their door. That's really smart. So apart from, the map, are you using any other, so you have the AIs that move them through the funnel. Now the lead origination, that's probably not AI yet though, right? You have multiple different sources for those leads?
Correct. Yeah. And we're getting ready to do something like that in regards to outreach through lead generation, utilizing AI on some raw data. But that's not currently active, but that's probably going to be active within the next week or two.
Oh, that's awesome.
Run your day with RUNDAY.AI.